What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are not going to be working on the camper renovations. We're actually going to be back on the Kodiak. We got some parts to install today. I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Novsight. They sent us these 3-inch driving pods. We're going to go ahead and get them installed in the front cutouts of this bumper. So let's get started. So these are the pods they sent us. These seem to be like a steel or aluminum housing, really heavy duty. I really like the look of them. The brackets are steel and super heavy duty as well. We got the driving beam. I think they do a fog and a spotlight as well. And they did just release at SEMA, I believe, some different styles. I think they have a 2 light and then a bigger version of these as well. I've already got it all wired up to the switch inside. These connectors are super nice. I went ahead and drilled some holes here, so let's grab a light and get it mounted in. All right, we got them both mounted up. We're gonna go ahead and get them plugged in, zip tie the wiring up, and then we'll wait for the sun to go down. We'll take the Kodiak for a spin and we'll test them out. Another thing we're doing in this video is we're taking these sections that we cut out of the boxes and we're going to cut this section out here. And the reason we're gonna do that is so that we can fill this section in so that water or dirt or debris can't get in there, and it's just gonna visually make it look a lot better before we put the camper back on. So let's go ahead and get these cut out and tacked into place. All right, we are up here on the back of the truck. We got all our sections cut out and cleaned up. I just need to go through here and clean these edges up, and then I'm gonna find which ones fit best in each box. We're gonna go ahead and tack them in, weld them in, shoot it with some rattle can, and then that should do it for the things I wanted to get done back here on the bed. All right, guys, check out these boxes. Got them all welded in, got some paint sprayed in there. Not perfect, need another coat out here, and the paint doesn't match exactly, but no one's ever really gonna be able to see these. I think given how much effort and time I put into it, it turned out really nice. All right, guys, one last thing we are working on is in here behind the dash. If you see all these plugs go to different switches like this, but they're upfitted with the wiring, but sometimes they're not upfitted with the switches. So I found this plug right here and I went ahead and cut it off. It's a lime green, a brown, and 2 black grounds. The lime green goes to an exhaust brake or a turbo brake. One of these grounds that out. There's a illumination right here on the brown, and then a ground for that illumination wire. So if you just take these 2 wires and you wire them to just a regular old toggle switch, you can actually activate that exhaust or that turbo brake from the factory. So I went ahead and just put these 2 connectors on the green and the black. We'll get them hooked up to this switch. We'll get all this put back together. I'll take it for a test drive and I'll show you where the exhaust light comes on, exhaust brake light comes on, to show you that it's working. I'm sure that most of you that have an 05 and up have this plug. Even if you don't have the switch in the dash, this plug is back there. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to buy a $10 switch if you have the plug and utilize that turbo brake. And I'm really liking this center console setup. I like how sleek it is. I like how modular it is for me to mount things to it. I have this little safe I can lock to store things in. This cup holder is really cool. It's really handy. It twists in there and tightens down so it doesn't move. Really liking how the interior is coming together on this. I will probably be moving these seats into the back and make them pretty easily removable because I like having the storage back there, and probably going to be getting some superior seats or something with air ride and nice and big and plush and comfortable, but not really set on that yet. Still doing some research. If you guys have any seat ideas, let me know. And if any of you know where I can get a gray back panel for the back of the cab, I am looking for one of those as well. All right, guys, we are in the Kodiak. We're gonna take it for a little spin to test out the turbo brake. So I don't have it turned on right now, and the truck's gonna drive pretty normal. What you have to do is get over 20-25 miles an hour, and I'll do it here, and we'll see that the light doesn't come on when I take my foot off the accelerator. it just acts normal. Let's flip the switch on. We're going 25. See the green light come on, you see the RPMs go up. All right, let's test it out again. It's still on. I'll really only use this when I'm towing or I'm coming back down a hill from like Flagstaff and there's a big grade. But get over 20 miles an hour. And then you can really feel the RPMs go up and the turbo vanes break. Now if I just hit the switch off, we're going 30 miles an hour, let off. See how the RPMs don't really change? So anybody from 05 and up, I believe, you probably have the wiring behind the dash. You can just get a very rudimentary on-off toggle switch, wire it up like I showed you earlier, and basically have a free turbo brake. We're gonna go back to the house. We'll wait for the sun to go down and we will test out those Novsight pods that we installed earlier. So going about 30 miles an hour. RPMs go up, green light comes on, really helps slow the rig down. You guys know you love that Ryan's Diesel Service turbo whistle. All right, guys, it is actually the next morning. We're gonna test out these lights. You can see here, just have the regular headlights on. If I go ahead and hit this, they need to be adjusted a little bit, and that fence is in the way, so it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see how much light they actually provide. Really help. These are a driving beam, so you can use these as like your high beams. So really happy with the build quality and the light output of these Novsight 3-inch pods. Man, guys, just check out that sunrise. It's one of the best parts about living in Arizona. Amazing sunrises and sunsets. If you guys are interested in any of Novsight's products, head over to their website at novsights.com. Check out everything they have to offer. I know I just saw they released some new rooftop tents, so I'm going to be checking those out for the Lexus build. Use code Jensen Adventures at checkout to save 25% on your order. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thanks so much for following along. We really appreciate it. Drop your thoughts and comments down below. We'll see you on the next one. Later.